Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight, it's the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's Muth up here in the booth, ready to bring you all the racing action for the Red Light Racing Series, for the Scrambler Series here on Monday night. It's brand new. It's 2021. We haven't seen all you race fans since 2020, so it's good to see all of yous back in action here behind the microphone to bring you this racing action. Last year was a jammed-packed season. Max Terriot was able to go on to win the championship last season here with Red Light Racing on Monday night. And, well, he is back in action. 6 wins last season. Will he be able to do what he did last season? It's going to be tough because there's tough competitors are back in action here this season. James Heater. Tim Blum may be sitting out the season, but James Skelton is back, and he is looking for a little bit of redemption this year. Sean Butler running a part-time schedule. These are all the championship contenders, but I look over here on my timing and scoring, a lot of brand new rookies throughout this scheduled season. Chris Hammett. If you're a Red Light Racing fan, you know that Chris Hammett is not a brand new name to you. He's not a brand new name to us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network either. He races in the SK Modified divisions for Red Light Racing on Thursday nights. So he is going to try his hand here with the slew of cars that we will scramble them up in this season. We're going to start tonight here with the Gander Outdoor Trucks at the Michigan International Speedway. So, it's a little bit different than what some of these drivers have been competing in over the last couple of weeks, while they had off weeks over the holiday seasons, which, race fans, we got to wish you and hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, which is why you're back here to join us, just like my sweet little dog is right here all of a sudden thinking that it's playtime, even though it is race time here tonight, race fans. Right now, these drivers are in qualifying, and we will see who will be able to lay down the quickest time here in just a little bit. But back to those rookies that we were talking about. This year, Tim Williams, that's another name. He's a Red Light SK Modified Series competitor on Thursday nights. He's going to try his hand. Mark Jenkins, he's the man that everybody's been whispering up and down the alley all week long. Who can compete with Mark Jenkins? Brand new to the Scrambler Series, brand new to Red Light Racing, but he is a competitor on and off the track. Real life racing along here on the iRacing.com platform. So race fans, I hope you're ready. We got our snacks here, getting ready. Doug Neal sent us these over. We got our drinks. Race fans, I hope you're ready for some racing action because it is coming your way here in just a couple of seconds as we get ready to take to the grid for the first time this season. Welcome back here to the Michigan International Raceway. It is time to go racing in the Mechanics Advisory 130 here for the season opener here at Michigan. For the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series, let's go down trackside to get our Green Forest Tree Supply starting lineup. Race fans, the springtime is coming and you need brand new trees for shade for your picnics. Head on over to Green Forest Tree Supply and get your trees today. This is your starting lineup here tonight. Starting lineup, starting on the front row, it's the Green Forest Tree Supply Shrano Brothers Racing Stable entry. It is Joe Shrano. He will lead us to green here tonight. To his outside, driving the number 64 Alienware entry, it is Jason Wells. Starting P number 3 here tonight, it's the Gen X Racer, the Trust Me Vodka 88 of Sean Butler. To his outside, driving the Low Line Racing Toyota, the number 18 of James Heater. The driver out of South Carolina, it'll be the 86 of James Skelton. Brand new driver here, back, well, I say brand new, but brand new for this season. He's back in action. It's the 87 of Keith Haney. Sean Single got brand new numbers on the side of his Mechanic Advisory machine. It'll be the number 11 of Sean Single starting 7th. Brad Minto driving the new number 5 this season. He'll roll off 8th. 9th to go to the champion, the 42 of Max Terriot. Starting in the 10th position, it's the Beefy Motorsports, number 938 of Brandon Feeney. Starting in the 11th position, driving the number 51, it'll be DJ Anderson rolling off into the 11th position. 12th will go to Zach Mitchell, then rounding out our top 12 drivers. Starting back there, position number 13, it'll be Mark Jenkins making his first start in the 999s. Rolling off in the 14th position, hailing out of Canada, is the 907 of Tim Williams. Starting 15th will be Travis Minto making his debut on Monday night. Alongside him will be Rob Jenkins in the 989. Rob Higgins in the Checker Flag Auto Supply, number 41. He'll roll off 17th. 18th, the Michael Trevarthen. Richard Murdoch rolls off 19th. Tim Combs will get the Full Throttle Racing, number 17. He'll roll off into the 21st position here tonight. 22nd will go to the number 22 of Tony Strano. As we apologize for the technical difficulties on our overlays here currently that are currently stuck. We'll see if we can get that back up and rolling for all you race fans tuning in here tonight. We are getting ready to go racing in the Mechanic Advisory 130 here at Michigan. Cars are out onto the speedway. You see them rolling for the first time this season. It'll be Joe Strano and Wells coming along here to bring us to the green flag. First lap about to go underway. Race fans, last season in 2020 was great. 2021 is now underway here for the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series and the Mechanic Advisory 130 here at Michigan. Great start by all 33 trucks. Everybody coming up through the gears. Back in practice last night, they had some issues down at turn number 3. We are headed that way, down the back straightaway for the first time. Look at everybody trying to find a home. One of them going to go up into the outside wall. I believe that was the 938 of Brandon Feeney. He makes a little contact, scrubbing the right side of that Ford F-150. Down coming out of turn number 2. Everybody now into turn 3. It will come this time to complete lap number 1 here tonight. It'll be Joe Strano leading the first lap of the season with Sean Butler in tow right there in second. Lap number 1 on this big 2-mile speedway is complete. We are officially racing this season. That is James Heater in the M&M low-line Toyota down to the inside. He's making the pass right now on the 64 of Wells, but they are stacked up jelly jam tight back here with Richard Murdoch in the 01, battling just inside the top 20. Currently, as they all stream down back straightaway 2 wide, 2 into turn number 3. They are 3 wide racing down into turn number 3. That's the 17. Well, last year he had the rookie numbers. This year it is just the 17 of Tim Combs. He's battling with Richard Murdoch, Tony Strano, and Ryan O'Donnell currently. They are all jammed up, jelly packed tight. Right ahead of them, that is Rob Jenkins in the nationwide Amp Energy Chevrolet. They will head 3 wide as they got Keith Haney down to the inside of his Ford. The third drop, Ford F-150 down there. Finding a home currently. You see that's Brandon Feeney still down to the inside. They do have a pass here for the race lead. That time out of turn number 2, Sean Butler has now taken over the race lead for the first time here tonight over Joe Strano. So he'll come by this time. He will complete the 3rd lap as we have our first official lead change of the season. It is the Gen X Trust Me Vodka Ohio driver of Sean Butler going to the point. So as Sean Butler now leads his first laps of the season, but here comes that 18 Heater. And then right behind him, James Skelton is there. The battle is still raging on back here. Murdoch has now finally got around. Oh, one of them little sideways that time off the corner, but Murdoch has made his way around Brandon Feeney and Ryan O'Donnell. Feeney has faded 10 positions since the drop of the green flag. He has officially, being told, has some fender damage to the right front of the Ford F-150. So that damage to the right front will definitely hamper the aerodynamics on that number 938 machine. Driver out of Canada making his debut here tonight. Five laps in the books. Rob Higgins farther up into the running order here. The driver at a Leominster, Massachusetts driver. Checkered Flag Auto Supply. He has moved up 1 position since the drop of the green flag. He's now looking to see if he can get around Michael Trevarthen. Brand new colors on the number 31 Metalhead Racing Stables. Now has Ford EcoBoost on board. Orange numbers to point him out this season. You will find him marching his way towards the front, but somebody that's coming to the front. It's James Heater as he will take the low line 18 to the low line of the speedway. Still 60 laps to go, and this will be our second lead change officially on our timing and scoring sheets. Right there is going to be James Skelton. Last season, a heartbreaker for James Skelton. Went into the championship 4. Unfortunately, did not have the race that he wanted at the season finale. Ended up finishing 5th at Homestead last season, which just dropped him to running 4th. You pretty much, when you come here to these races on Monday night for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, you have to park it in victory lane to even have a chance when it comes to the championship at the end of the season. Board with your race leader looking back. There you see the 86 of Skelton. On the outside lane, there's Sean Butler, and then down to the inside, that's the 43 of Joe Strano. Strano has dropped back 4 positions since the drop of the green flag, but he is still hanging tough here inside the top 10. Come back across the line this time as they all fan out, still chasing James Heater. Look at everybody. This setup here tonight has been brought to us, to all the racers, given to all the racers, however you would like to say it, by Gen X. Looking for a setup, head on over to Facebook.com and look up Gen X Racing. So James Heater not having any problem with the setup here tonight, as he is leading the way. DJ Anderson making a pass here in the 51 Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the iconic Mountain Dew Baja Blast for this driver out of Virginia. Right now he's behind the number 5 with Brandon Minto. The offseason, there was a change out of the Full Throttle Racing stable. Brandon Minto, born an Oklahoma driver who was stationed over here in the Air Force, over in New Jersey. Well, he's got a bunch of things on his plate. One, he is moving to Texas here in the next couple of weeks. He will miss a couple rounds here on Monday night. Another thing, well, you notice there's a bow tie next to the name Brandon Minto. Well, that's not by mistake. This season, he has a teammate. It's no longer the Full Throttle Racing stables. As they go 3 wide right there, it's the Travis Minto entry also. That's right, there are 2 Mintos in this race here this evening on Monday night. Something we have never seen before. 2 Mintos on the track at once. Well, 2 Mintos don't make a right, but they are trying to make a championship team. So right now, both Mintos will be driving Chevrolets. Some interesting things coming this season, and that was the 999, of Mark Jenkins, who actually took it to the 3 wide, putting the 64 of Wells in the middle with Minto to the outside. He is in a hurry to get to the front here. He has moved up 6 positions, and he still has the inside lane. He'll be looking to pick off Brandon Minto here if he can, and then right ahead of him is the Green Forestry Supply number 43 of Joe Strano. As we ride on board roof camera here with the Jenkins Construction entry. Just trying to get a little bit of that draft behind the Chevrolet for the Strano Brothers Racing Stables entry. Joe going to go to the outside. Mark's going to say, well, there's an inside lane here, and I'll see if I can get you, and I'll see if I can pick up John Single yet. The Mechanic Advisory Ford F-150 here tonight. We talked about Single earlier on in this event. Brand new colors. Sponsorship on the side of the car also, and along with a brand new number coming in this season with championship hopes. This time by, though, it'll be 11 laps in the books, 3 lead changes here tonight, and look at everybody. They are still hard-nosed battling, because look at the Joe Strano entry, Brandon Minto. They're still side by side. That's the battle for the 6th position. Joe Strano had a quick hot rod to start this race, but now it's looking like it's starting to slide backwards a little bit. Talk about sliding. The Buffalo Wild Wing Chevrolet of Brandon Minto was a little sideways. So he had to gather it up. Everybody bobbing and weaving on the outside. That is Tim Williams, the driver out of Canada. The Dew Crew entry. Making his way through the field. He has moved up 6 spots. Somebody that we're only used to seeing run short tracks, making his debut here on this 2-mile, we're calling a super speedway. Looks like Brandon Minto has lost the inside advantage. His number 5, Buffalo Wild Wings entry, is headed in the wrong direction. There's still good battles like back here. That is Chris Hammett. He's one of those rookies. Souza right there in the number 4, along with Bruce Potter right there on the black number 59 entry, the red light racing entry. Right behind them, it is Doug Neal. And what can you say about Doug Neal in the Simbox entry? One day he sends me a Simbox, race fans. The next day he sends me a bag of old, well, we'll let you use your imagination. If you know Doug Neal and you know myself and you know the whole Red Light Racing, you know the joke that bounces back and forth. So we got to actually thank Doug Neal for shipping us this awesome bag of you-know-whats, race fans. We will definitely be chopping down on them here. But look at them, they're almost 3 wide right ahead of them. I believe that's the 59 of Potter has actually gotten into the outside wall with his Ford F-150, and it has started to slow down his Ford. Doug Neal stuck to that outside lane currently. Chris Hammett down to the bottom. Right behind them, somebody we're not used to seeing buried this far back into the field as it is overcast here now at Michigan is the 33, the Dirty Mo Radio Chevrolet of Eric Johnson. He is buried way back here into the 27th position. One of those drivers that we always say will be towards the front of the field before the night is over. One of them coming to pit road here. This is the 940 iRacing.com checkered flag auto supply number 40 of Bob Higgins. Bob Higgins, one of those rookies coming in this season, competes on Monday night, or on Thursday night, now competing here on Monday night. When the pit window will open up for these drivers. Right now, it is just one driver on pit road. That is Bob Higgins. It looks like that is a scheduled pit stop for the driver of the 940 as he is down and away out of his pit stall. 16.5 second stop for Bob Higgins. That's 4 tires and fuel to go. So if he's pitting here on lap number 15, as he will go a lap down to the race leaders, as everybody who does come to pit road will lose at least 1 lap under the green flag conditions. He should be able to make that up. Another driver coming to pit road here. This is the 87 of Keith Haney. He will now come to pit road. He's the second driver. Looks like a little connection issue there for DJ Anderson as the 907 here of Williams, and then it's Max Terriel. 2 Canadian drivers currently inside the top 10. 2 out of the 3 Canadian drivers is Brandon Feeney as the other Canadian driver in the field here. He's back up in the 29th position currently. We talked about Feeney as there's more cars coming to pit road. Doug Neal, Christopher Rothrock, Nutrition, number 84, will come to pit road. And no, he's got some heavy damage on this Renaissance Nutrition entry. We don't know where it came from. We'll see if we can get a report from our pit reporters here, the men behind the scenes here tonight, feeding us the information to bring it to all you race fans. As Doug Neal is down and away, he'll take his Simbox Chevrolet back out onto the speedway. James Skelton, though, has taken over the race lead. This is our 4th race leader of the evening, and oh boy, here they all come, race fans. Everybody coming to pit road. Everybody going to be hard on the binders. It's Skelton, Butler, Heater, Jenkins, Single, Strano, Williams, Terriel, Pinto. Pretty much, race fans, everybody just peeled off to come to pit road. I think there might be about 6 drivers who have yet to come to pit road. Everybody else here on lap number 18, they are coming now, and they are coming hot and heavy. 4 tires and fuel will be the adjustments. The only adjustment they can make is some brake bias. Joe Strano going to come to a stop with his Green Forest Tree Supply entry. He slides into pit box number 1. We'll see if he can come back out here, as it should be, by my math, the 51 of DJ Anderson taking over this race lead. He will come to pit road after taking the race lead and leading a lap. He'll bring Richard Murdoch, Wells, Trevarthen, Jenkins, and Talent to pit road. Sean Butler, the first one down and away, 11 flat, actually, in his pit stall. That's going to indicate to your race fans that was a 2-tire and a full tank of fuel in the 88 of Sean Butler. So a great stop by his crew. As look at everybody as they come down the back straightaway. Everybody is kind of spaced out now as here comes the 18 of Heater looking to the inside. I believe that is the Jenkins entry. That is Jenkins. Try to make the pass down here. The Jenkins Construction LLC, number 999. They'll make it happen. We'll wait for a lap here before we go through the field and see where everybody cycles back out. Give it a lap of green flag racing. I can tell you that every driver has come back out except one driver. 2 drivers down on pit road that spent a little bit of extra time. That is Christopher Rothrock, who spent a minute down on pit road, but he is back out with the Renaissance Nutrition 84. Looks like Haney is still down on pit road with the 87 entry. See him some beat up sheet metal on the right-hand side of the 3rd rock entry. Well, that top 10 you asked for, race fans, after the green flag pit cycles for the first time this season. It's the Trust Me Vaca 88 of Sean Butler. He's got his Gen X 88 all wound up, and right now he is sitting comfortably in P number 1. He has about a 2-second gap over this man out of South Carolina. It's the Key Elite Realtree 86 of James Skelton. He is running currently second. Right behind him and is going to be the number 18 driver out of Ohio of James Heater. Right behind them, it's the rookie, the highest running rookie currently on the timing and scoring charts. It is Mark Jenkins. Fifth, right now, currently going to be the driver out of Canada. That'll be the 42, the MK Medic of Max Terriol. He comes out, up 4 positions on that stop. He now finds himself running right there in 5th and looking for more. DJ Anderson, he has moved up 5 spots since the drop of the green flag. He picked up 1 technically after coming out of pit road on that pit cycle. He is now running 6th. Zach Mitchell back here running into the 7th position. Running 8th will be Tim Williams. And it's Joe Strano, who dropped a couple of positions since the drop of the green flag, down 8 spots, running 9th. And rounding out the top 10 currently as they run, that is Brandon Minto. So Minto rounding out the top 10. A couple drivers that took a huge nosedive since the drop of the green flag. Well, that's going to be the number 64 right there of Wells. He has fallen all the way back to the 14th position after starting inside the top 5 here tonight. So Wells running 14, seeing if he can get himself back up there. We're talking about some of the worst luck last season for Jason Wells. He had a lot of speed up underneath that Alienware, number 64. Just was not able to close it out when the time came. He wound up tying for 16th in the championship standings, which came away with 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s last season. He was able to lead a handful of laps all season long, but when it came time to put it in victory lane, the Gremlins would come out. So far this season, the Gremlins look like they have not fallen out the back end of this Silverado. We will see if he can get it plowed back up. The biggest mover, though, so far of this race, it is the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. He has moved up 20 spots since the drop of the green flag. It is the Dr. Pepper Chick-fil-A entry. Right now, he is running 11th, and he is getting hounded by Travis Minto. Minto going to look to the outside in the number 919 entry. We have not seen too many passes being made on the outside group here tonight. There's a pass, though, inside the top 10. This is the 42 of Max Terriol, and the 88 is Sean Butler. Sean put those 2 tires on, and everybody, once they got lined up, they just went straight to the inside on him, and he went backwards like a rock, going from the race lead, now back here into 6th. There's the black Dude Crew Batmobile entry, also a Williams. He's still sitting right there. Inside here of the 86. So far, we have been clean and green racing here tonight at Michigan for the season opener for the Mechanic Advisory 100, or 130 actually. Talking about 100, cutting a couple laps short. We want to see all the racing action here tonight. And as we have green flag racing here tonight at Michigan, we're going to step away for a quick commercial break from our sponsor here tonight.
When you're face-to-face with your customers, you can reach out to them, connect with them, and remind them of future maintenance they may need with their vehicle. But when they leave your shop, how can you be sure that all of them will return? Enter the MechanicAdvisor CRM software and telematics suite, a robust customer retention tool that monitors your customers' vehicles so you can connect with them when they truly need it. Start by reaching out to new customers with our advertising service. In your area, MechanicAdvisor ranks for over 150 auto repair keywords on search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo, bringing new customers directly to your door. Next, MechanicAdvisor helps you retain those customers through our proprietary OBD2 telematics device. Once you plug the dongle into your customer's vehicle, in real time, you'll be able to see any OBD engine codes that fire, as well as when they're due for scheduled maintenance such as oil changes, tire checks, and more. Finally, if any engine codes do go off, you'll be immediately notified. You can then reach out to them right from the software via text message or email, letting them know that they should come in. There's no wasted outreach on your part and no unnecessary notifications for them. It's truly a win-win. The MechanicAdvisor CRM software. You're not just listening to your customers, you're listening directly to their vehicles.
Welcome back here to the Michigan International Speedway, race fans. We are still green flag racing, just as we expected. The only change is now DJ Anderson has taken the Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry to P number 1, putting Heater and Skelton battling for that second position currently on the speedway. Coming closer to the second round of possible green flag pit stops, but let's check in with our MechanicAdvisor driver in the number 11. There is Sean Single. Currently just outside the top 10. He's got 2 drivers battling for position out in front of him. Driver out of Ayer, Massachusetts, got Dustin Gainey and Jason Wells out ahead of him. He's got to run down Brandon Minto, though. He's up the road about a half a second with his Buffalo Wild Wings entry. But Sean Single is battling right now with the driver that he is very familiar with. He battles with him on a Thursday night on the short track race. That is Travis Minto just behind him. Travis Minto's giving him a full mirror full currently. Single has dropped 6 positions since the drop of the green flag. He did start 7th. Now he's falling back a little bit. Maybe he needs to get in contact with his MechanicAdvisor currently. See if they can shoot him a text message real quick and tell him where the gas pedal is. I know these Gander outboard trucks don't have no OBD2 sensors to plug in, but at least we could shoot him a text and tell him that, well, you got to go fast and smash the gas and turn it left, as he loses another spot there. Travis Minto has made his way around, and now Single will fall to the 14th current running position. These drivers up inside the top 5, though, they are not letting anybody get away. DJ Anderson is now, well, is still the race leader, but it's Heater, and then it's Mark Jenkins. James Skelton, and now, well, the 2 Canadians can't decide which one wants it, Williams or Terrill. Looks like a little momentum built up that time going down into turn number 1 for Tim Williams, but the outside thunders back. It's the MK Medic, number 42, the champion of Max Terrill. He will look to the outside here. He gets great runs. The inside just so dominant when you come into the corner and through the middle of the corner. As now, Tim will actually be able to clear Max and go up the banking just a little bit. Max is going to have to fall in line. Look where Sean Butler is. Remember, 2 tires is all Sean Butler took on that pit stop. But trust me, Vaca 88 is running 7th, so he went from the lead to 7th. That's about where he did come into pit road, though, so he didn't lose anything by taking those 2 tires. We'll see if he can hold on, though. Now here comes the 42, Max Terrill, going to leapfrog the 907 of Williams. As I lied, it was the opposite direction. The 2 black trucks working together there. Bob Higgins coming to pit road once again in the iRacing checkered flag auto supply, number 940. Coming across the line. It is DJ Anderson. You know, we talk about it all the time with DJ Anderson. Not always able to come and make these events here on Monday night, but every time he is here, he is a strong competitor. Always finds a way to lock himself into the championship chase, but our hats have to go off to him. Not just for being a great racer here on iRacing, but also for being a police officer. We stand with you, DJ, and we appreciate everything you do for all of the citizens around the world. So as DJ comes across the line, he's got a mirror full, though. Here comes for the first time, it's the 999 of Mark Jenkins. Will Mark Jenkins be the first rookie this season to come complete the lap out front? Some more drivers coming to pit road. There you see the 77, the Simbox entry of Doug Neal. My calculations, he will not be able to make it from this point forward. Nobody will be able to. We'll see which one of these drivers will come to pit road this time. It doesn't look like anybody's coming to pit road. Here comes the 24. of Mitchell and Brandon Minto. They both will come to pit road. They're going to bring along Michael Trevarthen. He will come to pit road, and Chris Hammond. Tim Combs coming to pit road. Rob Higgins will hit pit road also in his checkered flag auto supply. Renaissance Nutrition number 84, driver out of Pennsylvania, Christopher Rothrock. He will come back out onto the speedway. You know, it's a shame that Renaissance Nutrition Chevrolet is all tore up. I was taking a close look at it before we came onto the air live here tonight, and Christopher Rothrock has a beautiful blue. It is a pearl blue with sparkle specks inside his paint. It definitely got some milk inside that paint. But the entire field to pit road once again coming together just about. A couple drivers like last time are staying out. Driver coming out, driver coming in. Everybody's got to mind their P's and Q's. So DJ Anderson, though, taking over the race lead with Sean Butler, Wells, and Murdoch. Sean Butler did not go this far on fuel last time, and I'm looking at it. He is definitely off the pace. He's coming to pit road this time. And actually, he is coasting into pit road. This truck is completely shut off. There it is. You heard it kick back on. Trying to bring it down pit road. Coasting it to pit road. We've seen strategies by Sean Butler being deployed before. And now the Trust Me Vodka 88 is coasting into his pit stop. Is he trying to save enough fuel to possibly get that truck all the way to the end of this event? It is going to be a stretch because here comes the race leaders. Debbie Jenkins and Heater coming back across the line here. They got the 24, the young man of Zach Mitchell. Last year was a rookie. This season drops the 9 off his machine. As now he no longer has the rookie status. He hands it off to the next great class of rookies coming into the RV Custom Rig Scrambler Series, as it will be Mark Jenkins. Correction, Heater to the lead. Where did Brandon Minto come from? Well, green flag pit cycles moves Brandon Minto back up inside the top 5 here tonight. As for the race lead for the first time, the 999 of Jenkins will go to the point out of turn number 4. Maybe got a little bump draft by the number 18 of James Heater. Mark Jenkins leading here tonight in the MechanicAdvisor 130 at Michigan here in the Irish Hills. Everybody has been to pit road now, so take a look at the left-hand side of your screen and find where your favorite driver came out of pit road on the second green flag stop here tonight on lap number 36. Jenkins led a lap, and James Heater went right back around the young rookie. Said, welcome to Red Light Racing. We let you dip your feet in the water, but now it's time to get out of the pool. Let's see if you can make it back around me. Jenkins will go to the top of that springboard and try and rebound it back to the top. Take a look just at that top 5 right there. When you break it down and you look at between DJ Anderson, James Skelton, and James Heater and Zach Mitchell, you have combined for 7 wins right there from last season. 7 wins inside the top 5. That is a crazy number of drivers there that Mark Jenkins is having to deal with to try and get his first win. We are well over the halfway point home here tonight in our season opener for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. Tonight, the MechanicAdvisor 130. Race fans, does this look like a bunch of fun that's going on out here on the track? Well, it is, as you see DJ Anderson go for the race lead. Well, you need to head on over, contact Rick Bell over at RV Custom Rigs, and you need to get yourself a computer made, whether it's going to be from mild to wild to get out here on the track to battle wild 3 wide with these drivers. You need to go over to RV Custom Rigs today and tell them that the Scrambler Series sent you, and get out here on track. We talked about the crazy 3 wide action right here. Susan on the inside, Murdoch in the middle, and that is Trevarthen. That was to the outside there, all through the front straightaway. This is how they battle outside the top 10. Coverage tonight has been fixated a little bit towards the front pack of this group, but the battling all throughout the field is outstanding. The caliber of drivers here on Monday night. And you talk about caliber, and you don't think about me ever saying this driver. Max Terrill is running in 28th position. Race fans, I did not stutter. Max Terrill, driver of the MK Medic, number 42 out of Canada, is running in the 28th position. He is currently the last car on the lead lap. Something else you don't hear us say very often? Well, this driver right here, the 88 is Sean Butler. He is 29th. One lap down, currently off the pace of your race leaders. Remember, we heard him come to pit road, idling, shutting the motor off to that Silverado. And now he's back here with 23 laps to go here in the opening race. Well, we're going to see if he played the strategy correct, because DJ Anderson is still the race leader. It is DJ Anderson, James Heater, Mark Jenkins, currently your top 3 with James Skelton, Tim Williams, Zach Mitchell, your top 6. Then it's Joe Strano, Brandon Minto, Travis Minto. The Yeeters are going to the top side of the speedway. Both Silverados are trying to get wound up. Buffalo Wild Wings drinking some Gatorade. That's what these two Mintos like to do. Sean Single back here in the MechanicAdvisor Ford F-150. Up inside the top 10 here tonight once again. Battled back in the 10th as he got around Jason Wells a couple laps ago. These Minto brothers, though, they are bobbing and weaving. Travis showing that he just doesn't have it on the short tracks. He has it on these big tracks currently. Very impressed currently here tonight with Tim Williams and Travis Minto, who both come out of the Red Light Racing or SK division, now battling in the Scrambler series. Both those drivers are inside the top 10 tonight. But with 21 laps to go, anything is possible. That's still 42 miles of racing around this big track here at Michigan. Season ended with some amazing finishes last season, and this season they have not disappointed. Right back to the great racing action that we all like. It was 100 laps at the Miami Homestead Speedway for the Victory Junction 150, where Max Terrill claimed the championship. And then the week before that, we were at Atlanta, 90 laps. I believe it was 90 laps of green flag racing, if my memory serves me right, from the November 16th race. James Heater was able to win that one. That was in the round of 2. And then also Max Terrill won the 90 laps at the Phoenix Raceway. Skelton had the 4th position, but it's under attack now. Skelton trying to get it with 20 to go. Or Williams trying to go to the outside of Skelton with 20 to go. I guess we should really call it that way. They battle up here. Josh Buckley also battling with Chris Hammond. Buckley has moved up 10 positions, started back into the 28th position, a very far down the running order for the driver of that drafttop.com machine. Driver out of Massachusetts, racing school entry, Draft Top, Checker Flag Auto Supply is coming through the field. We're going to see if he can put himself up in front of the field though here tonight before it's all over with. Brandon Feeney's still out there kicking it with the K1 Graphics Liquid Molly entry. And the Wolf Pups. Can't forget the Wolf Pups. It's probably one of the craziest paint jobs we have out on the Speedway here tonight. The driver out of Canada always likes to be a little bit different. He's driving right behind the other Canadian, 42 of Max Terrill. Bob Higgins is still out there, though. He just passed up Sean Butler. So Bob Higgins in his rookie campaign running currently in the 28th position. The leaders are coming, though. He has to pick up the pace just a little bit. Higgins is the last driver on the lead lap. So it's getting closer to the end of this race fans. We got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. If it's your first time on the Turn Racing Network, go ahead, hit the bell, hit the red subscribe button, get a notification anytime we go live, whether it's right here with the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series, or whether, well, it's the Chicken Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Divisions on Thursday night for Red Light Racing. And we got Daytona, short track, dirt tracks, and everything in between. We even make occasional that right-hand turn. We'll make that right-hand turn this season also coming up, but first we got to get through a couple of these events. As you see, the pit stops for the final time are happening. Trevarthen, Gainey, Neal, Rob Jenkins, Rob Higgins, all down on pit road as your leader. Let's see if he comes to pit road. DJ Anderson doesn't think it's time to come to pit road yet, so he stays out. Look at Joe Strano clawing his way back up here inside the top 10. He's battling to try and get inside the top 5. Last time we saw him inside the top 5, it was about lap 7. That was the Dustin Gainey entry coming back out onto the raceway. Looks like all drivers are still on the track except for Keith Haney. He has pulled down on the pit road. Severe damage as here comes the 999. Mark Jenkins going to come to pit road. This is a scheduled stop for Jenkins. He comes to pit road. They'll bring Brandon Minto along with Wells, and also I believe that is Chris Hammett entry. That is Chris Hammett in the F-150. So those drivers coming to pit road for the final time. DJ Anderson trying to get a little bit of draft off the Renaissance Nutrition 84, Christopher Rothrock. He'll get around that 84 entry as he takes the outside of the speedway, and he'll stay out here. Looks like Rothrock actually going to come back to pit road. The 24 of Mitchell coming to pit road, and I believe this should be Sean Single in the MechanicAdvisor F-150. Still waiting on your race leaders to come to pit road. Nobody has jumped the gun yet. The 88 of Sean Butler has definitely played the wrong strategy here tonight. It looks like that car right there. The Gen X Trust Me Vaca entry. As, well, he has not come to pit road yet, and I do know, my math is telling me he cannot make it the rest of the way on fuel. As there comes the field, pit road. Peter, Strano, Minto, Murdoch, Souza, Buckley, Strano, O'Donnell, Johnson. I can just go on, and everybody's coming to pit road except for your top 3. Anderson, Skelton, and Williams all stay out. Max Terrio also has yet to come to pit road in the 42. So with 13 laps to go, still anybody's ball game. DJ Anderson will come to pit road, and we'll look at Skelton. He was hot to trot. He wanted to be right there when all these trucks came to pit road. So your top 3 come nose to tail to pit road. Anderson, Skelton, Williams, all to pit road. They are the final one of our leaders to come to pit road. This will, for the time being, hand the race lead over to the driver of the 42 of Max Terrio. He still has to make his final stop of the night. As he won't waste any time, he's actually going to come right there to pit road. Battle off pit road will be the 51 of DJ Anderson. But where is James Heater? Here he comes, full head of steam ahead for this driver. As they're down to the inside, there's Skelton. There's his 86 entry, and here's the 51 of DJ Anderson. So James Heater will go back to the point. Everybody will now chase him. Anybody run him back down. Minto's right there. Zach Mitchell, DJ Anderson, James Skelton. Top 5 drivers. DJ Anderson having a little bit of connection issues. Being passed along, a pit road penalty, too fast entering pit road for Mark Jenkins in the 999 entry. Puts him behind the 8 ball as your race leaders are looking to the inside here of Mark Jenkins. Mark's going to stay to the outside. He'll get behind Brandon Feeney. So a tough break for Mark Jenkins. He looked to have one of the strongest machines here tonight. It will not be the finish with 10 laps to go as the double high five goes up into the air from the flagmen. But Heater is not out into the clear. You see everybody battle down the back straightaway. Brandon Minto getting a huge shove by Zach Mitchell, who's getting a push there from the 51 of DJ Anderson. Skelton may just be a little bit far back. He's battling with the 919 of Travis Minto. Minto's right now taking his Gatorade machine to the inside. Here comes Joe Strano. Not going to be able to because Travis Minto's going to slam the door shut on the Green Forestry supply entry. He does battle for the race lead, though. Top 4 drivers right here in these 6 machines. Oh, Brandon Feeney was sideways down on the apron. The Liquid Molly K1 Graphics entry out of Canada. Brandon Feeney gathers it back up. This time by at the line, it'll be 8 laps to go. 2 of the Wiley veterans out front. Brandon Minto, and then the young guy, second year running, Zach Mitchell entry. Here comes DJ Anderson. He says the time is now. He has 1 lap pressure tires. Then James Heater. The tires matter that much here at this speedway. Anderson gets it. Here comes Heater trying to possibly make the crossover. Not going to happen. These trucks here tonight are all momentum based. 7 laps to go. Looking to see if that second pack of cars, Travis Minto and James Skelton, are they coming? I believe they are starting to make up a little bit of ground here. There you see the 24 of Zach Mitchell. There's the Travis Minto and James Skelton entry. Right now they're sitting at, just under a second back. As DJ Anderson's trying to break the draft here. 6 laps to go. It is still anybody's ball game. They are starting to get the check out of the shed down there in the technical inspection area. Dusting it off from last season. Who will be the first one to hold that big check here tonight? Anderson, Peter, Minto, Mitchell. What about Skelton? What about the other Minto? Travis Minto right there yet too. Joe Strano can't write him off. 5 laps to go. High five from the flagman. Five laps to go. DJ Anderson leaves the bottom open just a little bit. Nothing doing it for Peter there. The door got shut quick. Some movement for about the 10th position here as Chris Hammett just got around the 64 of Wells. It looks like Wells has been into the outside wall. Brian O'Donnell making the pass here on Michael Trevarthen. There's Tony Strano in the Victory Junction gang group. 4 laps to go this time by. Zach Mitchell has now worked to the inside with the DuPont Chevrolet. Brandon Minto working the outside of the speedway, and as they run side by side, guess who just caught up? James Skelton, Travis Minto, and Joe Strano. It is now going to be a 7-car race here for the final 3 laps when they come back across the start-finish line. Does James Skelton have enough in the tank to go up there and get the win here tonight? He'll work underneath Brandon Minto. That'll move Minto to the outside. Here comes Travis Minto to try and possibly give him a little bit of a push. 3 laps to go this time by. Laps to go. You're riding on board here with the 7th place machine of Travis Minto. Joe Schranno gets down to the inside of him. And that's going to break the momentum for both those drivers. Right now, 2-horse race coming to get 2 laps to go once they come out of turn number 4. It'll be just 4 more miles of racing when they come off turn 4. DJ Anderson will take the 2 to go marker. DJ Anderson last season was able to pick up 1 win. Will he be able to beat Heater? Heater last season, 2 wins. He was one of only 3 drivers to have multiple wins last season. DJ Anderson will sail her off into the corner. About a 2 truck length, maybe 2.5 truck lengths gap right now for the driver on the 51 with DJ Anderson. He'll take the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by the checkered flag auto supply. One lap to go is right there is the front 2. Skelton is coming though. He was faster the last 3 laps. It's just going to wind up to be too late. All DJ Anderson has to do is put together a good turn 3 and come off of turn number 4. Heater's not close enough to give that much of a run. And as they do come out of turn number 4 here tonight for the season opener for the MechanicAdvisor 130 at Michigan, DJ Anderson will go to victory lane. James Heater will finish 2nd here tonight with James Skelton in 3rd. Zach Mitchell will rally for 4th. Joe Schranno rallies back to 5th. Travis Smith is 6th. Brandon Minto to 7th. Richard Murdoch will come home tonight running in the 8th position. Souza will finish 9th. Then it'll be Josh Buckley rallying for a top 10 finish. But boy, what a race we had towards the front of the field here tonight. DJ Anderson is our winner here tonight in the MechanicAdvisor 130. Everybody's giving him a little bit of a bump, congratulating him. Last time he went to victory lane was last season, and that was back at the Daytona International Speedway. So a very long time, and this track plays a lot like that, as it's all drafting here with these trucks. DJ Anderson will come to the start-finish line here, and I'm sure... There it is. He will let it rip. He will burn them down here tonight for us. So as he's our winner here tonight, we will take a quick break here and get ready for a Renaissance Nutrition post-race show coming up just after this.
When you're face-to-face with your customers, you can reach out to them, connect with them, and remind them of future maintenance they may need with their vehicle. But when they leave your shop, how can you be sure that all of them will return? Enter the MechanicAdvisor CRM software and telematics suite, a robust customer retention tool that monitors your customers' vehicles so you can connect with them when they truly need it. Start by reaching out to new customers with our advertising service. In your area, MechanicAdvisor ranks for over 150 auto repair keywords on search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo, bringing new customers directly to your door. Next, MechanicAdvisor helps you retain those customers through our proprietary OBD2 telematics device. Once you plug the dongle into your customer's vehicle, in real time, you'll be able to see any OBD engine codes that fire, as well as when they're due for scheduled maintenance such as oil changes, tire checks, and more. Finally, if any engine codes do go off, you'll be immediately notified. You can then reach out to them right from the software via text message or email, letting them know that they should come in. There's no wasted outreach on your part, and no unnecessary notifications for them. It's truly a win-win. The MechanicAdvisor CRM software. You're not just listening to your customers, you're listening directly to their vehicles.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Michigan International Speedway for the MechanicAdvisor 130 here at Michigan for Red Light Racing in the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series. Race 1 is officially in the books here tonight, and I have caught up with the race winner, driving the number 51 Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry. It is DJ Anderson. DJ, a very quick Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry here tonight. You park it in Victory Lane to open up the season. That's gotta feel like a huge sigh of relief.
It is. You know, I'm actually going to be able to race this whole season, so to be able to be full-time this season and winning the first race is kind of lets me know that I'll be able to win a championship again this year, hopefully. You know, I got to thank Red Light, you know, you for doing the broadcast, and you know, my teammates who work hard coming in and out, and you know, it's nice to be able to finish, you know, first and third with James finishing third. It just sucks Sean had a bad race. A few mistakes, and I feel like he could have been up there. I know Josh was making some moves through the field as well, but man, this setup was awesome. And just I didn't realize that pitting one lap later than everybody, the tires would just be that much more faster. And you know, as the run went on, I just started to pit 2 laps later, and it was a rocket ship from the get-go. And man, this feels good to be able to win and do a burnout for once and not have to coast across.
Yeah, it is. It's got to feel pretty good to be able to finish under your own power and be able to lay a couple posse marks out there tonight. But talk about that. You touched on the strategy here with the new setups and everything that are going on here on Monday night. Gen X provided a stable but fast setup here tonight for this Silverado. Did you have that much practice time on it, or was it straight to the track here tonight?
I ran the practice race last night and kind of figured a few things out, especially at the beginning of the run, to be faster. I know it was a little loose and it could turn on you in a heartbeat if you weren't careful, especially for the first couple laps. But yeah, I figured something out last night to help that so I could run harder. And it paid off here tonight, and I was just able to run, you know, 100% from the get-go and make up places and pass people.
You're able to go to Victory Lane here tonight at Michigan. It's a long season before we head to the playoffs. Will we be able to see you wheel and deal the Mountain Dew Baja Blast of Chevrolet back into Victory Lane yet this season?
I hope so. It's a long season. I've seen a couple races that before the playoffs that I should have a shot to win. I hopefully would like to be back in Victory Lane, but it's nice that I can relax and, you know, just go for wins now because I'm already locked into the playoffs. So that's an awesome feeling to have after the first race.
Well, it's a great one. And while we're here in Victory Lane, DJ, we'll roll the old red carpet out for you, hand you the microphone. Who do you got to thank for parking the truck back in Victory Lane?
You know, first off, I've got to thank Red Light. You know, I love racing with these guys, going green all the way to the end. Some fun, close racing. You know, my teammates at Need for Speed. We work hard to make sure we can get the right strategy so we can all finish, you know, at the top 10 and at least one of us have a chance at winning the race. And, you know, I love the broadcasts. You know, I give a shout out to you guys. I love going back and watching the broadcast after, and I appreciate you coming out and doing this for us.
There you heard it from the driver out of Virginia, the driver of the number 51 Mountain Dew Baja Blast entry. DJ Anderson goes to Victory Lane this season for the first time. He will officially lock himself in to the championship playoffs that will come in 9 weeks. So he has 9 more races to go out there and try and collect as many wins as he can. Coming home tonight in the second position, though, he had another fast hot rod. It's the Low Line Racing Toyota, the number 18 of James Heater. He had led just about half this race. He had a very quick truck. Just in the end, DJ Anderson was able to outduel him for the victory. Unfortunately, we don't have communications established with the driver of the Low Line Racing Toyota, but congratulations to James Heater for coming home P number 2. P number 3 here tonight, he had a quick truck. It just seemed like he just didn't have it there right at the end of it. He was coming. It was just going to be a little bit too late. The driver out of South Carolina, it is James Skelton. Skelton, a quick hot rod. It just seemed like he just ran out of time.
Yeah, a little unfortunate break on the last pit stop. I wanted to make sure that I pitted with DJ because he kept pitting one lap later than all of us, and his tires were just a little bit better. And, I was able to get on pit road with him. And then I think Rothrock, we had a car get into him or a truck get into him, and he came down, and on my out lap, when I was down low, I had to get out of the gas. I lost 2 seconds to him. So to come back and rebound to get third, especially after practice from last night where it was just caution fest, to get off, 2021 to a good start, third place is pretty good.
Yeah, talk about that miscue there on pit road and how you were able to bring yourself back in those closing laps, because there for a moment it looked like it was going to be an outside the top 5 finish. Well, those trucks in front of you started to get racy. Did that draft, when they got racy, really pull this 86 back to the top 3?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because Minto passed me, and then I had Joe behind me, and I got on the main chat and said, hey, guys, can we just run real quick? 'Cause, there's no point in jockeying for 6th, 7th, and 8th with 10, 12 laps to go. Let's try to catch these leaders. And then there was 2 lap cars in between us, and Travis was able to get a draft on those lap cars. And then once we got past those lap cars, we were able to get the top 3 or 4, and that sucked us back then. So, yeah, I was getting pretty mad. I thought I was going to go for a 6th to an 8th place finish and coming back to 3rd. And I think if I would have had at least another lap, 2 laps, I think I could have hopefully got the heater. But, man, DJ was a hot rod tonight.
Well, a strong podium finish here tonight is really gonna set the tone here. A couple of these rookies like Minto and I believe it was Jenkins came up here and really tossed their hats in. So there's some very strong competition. So this 3rd place finish ahead of all those rookies will put you currently into the 3rd position when we do leave here. Every point when it comes down to it, it. Coming into the playoffs, this point here, finishing 3rd, will make the difference.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to get off to a bad start. Just, with the sheer amount of drivers we have, just fight for, so many spots. Yeah, you got a drop race, but, there's going to be a race here or there where something happens out of your control or you make a bad mistake and you don't want to get behind on the 8 ball and then you'll start pushing it. So that was a great start to the season. Glad to see all these drivers out. And then, this one I really didn't put a lot of practice in just because it's pretty much a 2-mile Talladega. But next week, I don't know where we're going, but hopefully I'll put some more practice in and be up front again.
Well, you had the draft here tonight with these big spoilers on the back of the truck. We're going to slap the old 550 horsepower package underneath the Cup car. We're going to head to the cornfields of Iowa. Do you think you can repeat a podium finish at Iowa?
Yeah, I didn't even know we were going there, but Iowa's one of my better tracks. So I don't know what the line will be. Recently, it's been a little bit of the lower line. But they had an official series about a week or so ago, and I think with the 550, you need to run a little bit higher just to keep the momentum up in the car. So, yeah, I'll definitely put the practice in. I got to find if I can get a setup, because since we're not running the fixed setup, see how this thing runs, and go from there.
Well, we'll let you go to see if we can get you that setup and get you behind the wheel to turn some laps. But before we do that, who do you got to thank that makes it all possible here tonight at Michigan?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to, first off, my teammates, DJ, leading off with a podium finish. Josh started 28th and came back 10th, so gained 18 positions without any yellow flags. That's awesome for him. So John had a little mishap, but all my teammates, and then you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast. And all the drivers and all the rookies and everybody that's come out. And then I got to thank the sponsors, man. The sponsorship in the past year, 2 years has just been great, and we definitely appreciate it. Definitely helps the league out.
Well, there you heard it. The 3rd place finisher here tonight, driver out of South Carolina, driving the 86. It is James Skelton. He rallies back to finish on the podium and round out our Renaissance Nutrition post-race interviews. Race fans, it was a great race here to open up the season. It was the MechanicAdvisor 130. We do got to thank the guys over there at the MechanicAdvisors. They got a great program to keep your clients coming back. They also, I watched the video about 100 times, race fans, and I've never heard of this program. And I think for a lot of people, like, I'm going to say my wife, who doesn't know how clue about vehicles, it is a great little adapter to add to the vehicle to keep your shop, your mechanic, in the know. So make sure you go over to MechanicAdvisor.com and check them out today. Find your local mechanic that deals with the Mechanic Advisor. Race fans, though, take a quick peek here at the results after this one. These are your race results for your Mechanic Advisor 130. Find where your favorite driver did wind up. We did go 65 laps here tonight of all green flag racing to open up the season. Well, what does that mean? That means that it's the good old-fashioned racing that we have come to know here on a Monday night for the Red Light Racing Scrambler Series presented by RB Custom Rigs. Just next week when we do head back to the raceway, that's right, we're back on Monday night here with the Scrambler Series, we will head to Iowa. The little track that they built in the middle of cornfields, it is corn country in Iowa. We will get the Cup cars out for the first time this season, and we will go racing to see who will park in victory lane. Who will join the likes of DJ Anderson and put their name into the championship hunt? Find out next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But that's not all the action we have planned for you. We have some more red light racing action coming just Thursday night when the guys grab their SK Modifieds. They will head to the New Hampshire Speedway. That's right, the big flat track up in New Hampshire. The Modifieds run there, and it's always put on a good show. So these SK Modifieds, I expect nonetheless to put on a good show. If you like short track racing action, come join us on Thursday night for Red Light Racing. It is the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. But for everybody at Red Light Racing, RB Custom Rigs, Mechanic Advisor, also Green Forest Tree Supply, Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and of course, Renaissance Nutrition. We thank all of you race fans that have tuned in tonight. We will catch you at the next race.
When you're face-to-face with your customers, you can reach out to them, connect with them, and remind them of future maintenance they may need with their vehicle. But when they leave your shop, how can you be sure that all of them will return? Enter the MechanicAdvisor CRM software and telematics suite, a robust customer retention tool that monitors your customers' vehicles so you can connect with them when they truly need it. Start by reaching out to new customers with our advertising service. In your area, MechanicAdvisor ranks for over 150 auto repair keywords on search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo, bringing new customers directly to your door. Next, MechanicAdvisor helps you retain those customers through our proprietary OBD2 telematics device. Once you plug the dongle into your customer's vehicle, in real time, you'll be able to see any OBD engine codes that fire, as well as when they're due for scheduled maintenance such as oil changes, tire checks, and more. Finally, if any engine codes do go off, you'll be immediately notified. You can then reach out to them right from the software via text message or email, letting them know that they should come in. There's no wasted outreach on your part and no unnecessary notifications for them. It's truly a win-win. The MechanicAdvisor CRM software. You're not just listening to your customers, you're listening directly to their vehicles.